Johnson not caving to must-win Phoenix NASCAR pressure, defends crew chief Chad Knaus. Jimmie Johnson wants to finish his NASCAR career with crew chief Chad Knaus. Photo by LAT PHOTOGRAPHIC. To defend his Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series championship, Jimmie Johnson must win on Sunday at Phoenix Raceway, but that doesn't mean he's feeling any pressure in advance of the Can-Am 500. From a statistical standpoint, this has been the worst season of the seven-time Champions Cup Series career. He's won 3 times, but he and number 39 has only added 11 top 10s and 4 top 5s. This is a driver who has posted an average of 20 top 10s and 15 top 5s per season before 2017. Despite this, he is still just one win away from making the championship race next weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. And if he can win, he will have a shot at breaking the championship record currently held by Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. And if he can't, he feels pretty good about his chances next season. "Well, I'm a part of this team, so everybody has a game in the performance of our car," Johnson said during a press conference on Friday at Phoenix Raceway. "At the end of the day, chasing speed is really the culprit. And I feel that, next year, we'll be in a much better position with the Camaro body on the race car. So, you start making decisions late spring and early summer, trying to extract speed out of the cars. And that doesn't always make them comfortable to drive. So it's hard to say it is just one thing, but the start of the process is just trying to make our cars faster. And at times we've not made the best decisions and have made them very hard to drive. I think Texas was an example of that, and also Kansas. We spun twice there. So it's just trying to make the cars faster." Jimmie Johnson's championship hopes appear to be on life support. The 7-time reigning Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion needed to a win or to collect a tremendous amount of. Johnson has felt this kind of adversity before. Even last year, when he made it to Homestead, he spent that race mired outside of the top 10 until the final 100 laps. His team kept working on the car, and he found himself in position to win when favorites Carl Edwards and Joey Logano crashed inside the final 15 laps. He won the race and captured his record-tying 7th championship. "I feel pressure can make teams either play tight, or some can play free in those moments," Johnson said. "And I think our team has shown over time that we can play and race and compete free. We're not immune to it. We have our moments as well. But we're going to have to fall back on everything this team is made of to win here this weekend and keep our championship hopes alive." The clock isn't ticking on Johnson to win his 8th championship, but he acknowledges that he has succeeded despite some bad peripheral statistics. He's averaged 4 victories over the past 4 years, but many of those wins have come on his traditional strongholds. That notion hasn't been ignored by Johnson himself. "I don't know if this year versus maybe like 2015 was the most frustrating," Johnson said. "That was a tough one on us as well, with that rules package and trying to get speed out of our cars. So I'd say between 15 and 17, those have probably been the 2 most challenging years in my career at the Cup level." And once again, Johnson finds himself defending his relationship with crew chief Chad Knaus. Emotions have been high on the radio during practice sessions and races this season. But Johnson says he wants to start and finish his career with his fellow 7-time champion. "Crew chiefs live in dog years versus drivers," Johnson said. "I think he's made it known that his time might expire before mine does, just because of the wear and tear of being a crew chief. I love our entire team and all that it's made of. Every individual on that team, all the engineers and mechanics. We just haven't been making the right decisions and going in the right direction. It's not an individual's problem. We're all a part of this team and we're all a part of the decision-making process. Hopefully we make the right decisions today and then next weekend. And then over the off-season, there's a lot of change coming for the Chevrolets. The Camaro is going to be a huge help. So we'll take a deep breath once the off-season hits and then look forward to getting started next year." By Matt Weaver. Racing, NASCAR Cup, Monster Energy NASCAR Cup, NASCAR.